You know, there's a flip side to that coin. A good friend of mine, Jimmy, once told me, never get attached to anything that you cannot walk out on in 15 seconds flat if you spot the heat coming around the corner. And I also like guys like you that like guys like me, because you keep me hot on my toes, where I gotta beg.
Welcome to Something Crunchy, the Valley's #1 comedy entertainment podcast. Biscuit is homies with Blake. Blake is the older brother of Blair. And Blair is married to Biscuit. Here are your hosts, Cullen Blake with Blair and Tyler Dressel.
All right. Welcome to Something Crunchy. I'm Cullen Blake. With me as always, Blair and Tyler Dressel. Thank you for joining us by way of 97.3 The Rattler or wherever you get your podcast. We have such a crunchy guest joining us tonight. He's an actor, stand-up comedian, one of the world's best impressionists, and he'll be back right here in the desert performing live at Tempe Improv Friday, June 23rd through Sunday the 25th. Please welcome Aries Spears.
Yo. Hello. Hey.
Thank you for joining us. It is a privilege and an honor, my friend. What's new in your world, Aries?
Some of this traveling around, making the rounds, doing interviews, a lot of chaos. This is one of my few weeks that I have off before I'm back at it again.
Weekend off before coming into the desert performing at Tempe Improv. Been listening to you and Andy, man. Spears and Steinberg. Great podcast available on YouTube and all listening platforms. You did a bit a couple weeks ago on Gilbert Gottfried's daughter sounding like her dad. I was in tears laughing at that shit.
Oh, I'm glad you liked that.
Oh, man. You had Tracy Morgan involved. That was so great. Well, you often got a hot take. We often agree with you. Most recently, the topic was Scottie Pippen, what he said about MJ. For those who don't know, Scottie Pippen said he was horrible to play with. It was all one-on-one, shooting bad shots, and the quote that pissed everyone off was, "I've seen Michael Jordan play before I came to the Bulls. He was a horrible player."
Whoa.
Ridiculous. The disrespect. I mean, anyone that agrees with Scottie isn't aware that Michael Jordan's son is banging Scottie's ex-wife. Don't you think that's what it is, Aries? Don't you think that's that's what it's about at the root?
I think that's part of it. But him saying that Michael Jordan was a horrible player is as believable as saying OJ didn't do it.
Exactly. It's so true. I just think it's rooted there. He's salty because Marcus is slipping her his rare Jordan 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. She had a husband that played with the GOAT. Now she's getting baby GOAT dick.
It's just weird for him to go public with a lot of that stuff and airing that dirty laundry for the public eye. It just feels weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, there's no real proof to know as to whether or not his son, Michael Jordan's son and his ex-wife adds fuel to the fire. Maybe he doesn't really care, but I mean, certainly that doesn't help. But everybody that watched The Last Dance, especially during the pandemic, when we were all at home and there was nothing else to do but watch TV, we saw, we kind of saw a glimpse into what kind of player he was. And, with his refusal to go into the game at a key pivotal moment in the playoffs, which essentially means he quit on his team, to the fact that he was bitter and salty about his contract with the Bulls. That has nothing to do with Michael Jordan. I mean, so I don't understand where the anger comes from, because Michael didn't force him to sign a shitty deal, and Michael didn't force him to refuse to go into the game. So, and then Scottie, to his own admission, said that if he had it to do all over again, he wouldn't. But at the same time, he said he deeply regretted it. So I don't know how you accomplish both those things at once.
No kidding. Yeah. Talk about putting your foot in your mouth.
No, he's better.
I think so. Oh, do you like how the finals went this year? Those Nugs are tough.
Yeah, they were great. But, I mean, I really didn't have a dog in the fight. I've always said, I was always a Michael Jordan fanatic. So once he kind of left, I kind of followed Miami because I like Dwayne Wade, and Shaq went there, and I'm friends with Shaq. So then, then I kind of followed LeBron in Miami, which I thought was interesting. But past that, my interest in basketball has kind of like wavered to nothing.
While we're on the Heat and Michael Jordan, did you hear the rumor about Jimmy Butler potentially being Michael Jordan's son?
Yeah, I think that makes for great water cooler conversation,
For
but
sure.
I don't think there's any truth to that.
I don't either. No one believes that after losing in the finals again. The Nuggets have determined, Michael, you are not the father.
There we go.
Well, we're not going to get into LeBron versus MJ. We're all on the same side of that argument. But who would you put in your all Aries starting five?
I would have Magic at the point, Michael at the 2. I gotta say Larry Bird at the small forward.
Yep.
Power forward, I probably would say Tim Duncan, and then center Shaq.
Well, okay, so Shaq against Joker. I mean, Joker, he's able to do a lot of what Shaq can do, but still has a shot and a 3. I want you to defend Shaq because I think that he earns the spot, but a lot of people would say that Joker is kind of he could do a lot of what Shaq can plus some.
Well, it's funny. I saw them debate about that on First Take between J.J. Redick and Stephen A. Smith. And I think, in terms of skill set, Joker is probably better than Shaq. But in terms of pure dominance, you're not stopping Shaq. Not Shaq in his prime. In the paint, it's over. But in terms of a skill set, passing, shooting, handles, what he can do, Joker is absolutely better than Shaq.
He's the best power forward ever.
Who, Jokic?
Joker.
No, but he's the center.
Yeah, I know, but he
plays like a power forward.
Plays like the best power forward ever.
He's kind of like a Dirk and a Shaq kind of combined, where he has both kind of skill. Yeah, I see why you say that.
I don't know that he shoots the 3 ball as well as Dirk.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Dirk had a silky smooth shot.
Yeah.
You mentioned First Take. Shannon Sharp is leaving Undisputed, and I feel like you would be the perfect replacement to go fight Skip every morning.
Yes.
And if not you, who's best suited to replace Shannon?
I don't know. As far as what those guys do, I think Stephen A. Smith is the best at what he does. I think Shannon is good. I think Michael Irvin. I'm surprised that Michael Irvin wasn't more of a staple, but he's a football guy.
Yeah.
But Michael Irvin has such a great burst of energy and personality that I thought he was awesome. And Max Kellerman, but I guess Stephen A. and Max Kellerman had a beef.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I thought the best was that original First Take with Skip and Stephen A. I mean, they were just this complete opposites. One was more basketball, one was more football. One loves the Cowboys, the other hates the Cowboys. That worked. That was fun to watch every morning.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we live for impressions around here. Definitely one of our favorite forms of comedy, and you, sir, are on the Mount Rushmore of impressionists. Very few can do as many, but which other comedians have earned their stripes and belong up there with you, in your opinion?
I certainly think Frank Caliendo is like the master.
It's you and Frank and then everyone else, really.
Yeah, Frank's just ridiculous. There's a couple guys. I think Jay Farrow's excellent, Afion Crockett. But there's a couple white guys who I've seen online whose names I don't know. But, I mean, they're incredible. Like a couple of them do Mark Wahlberg, Ryan Reynolds.
I know who you're talking about. I've seen that too.
Yeah.
They have a podcast. I'm blanking on it.
Jay Moore, Jay Farrow.
Yeah, Jay
Moore. Jay Moore, and we recently had Jay Moore on the podcast. Jay Moore is his Norm Macdonald is incredible.
Yes.
Of course, was Christopher Walken, but what blew me away, his Harvey Keitel and Chris Penn is just, oh my God.
All right, who was the first celebrity you figured out you could imitate, and how did you develop this craft?
I think Bill Cosby was one of the first that I started doing, and then it just came to me kind of naturally. Certain people's voices and notes, because I always say doing impressions is like having an ear for music. People that can sing, they have an ear for tonation, inflection, rhythm, riffs. And it's just something that kind of comes to you naturally, or, you inherit it in some sort of way. Because my mother's a jazz and blues singer. So I just constantly grew up around her with listening to all different types of music and she's a singer. So I think some of that for me was hereditary.
That's cool. All right.
Awesome.
See, and that makes sense. And I've heard you say before that either your voice can do it or it can't. It's just like a note in music. That totally made sense to me. Anyone you've been working on lately?
Not really. There's some people that, I probably am trying to perfect that's rather new. Like, my Dennis Rodman. And
I was just going to bring that up. Man, your Dennis Rodman is scary good. And that James Gandolfini you've been working on the last couple of weeks. Yes, sir. Damn, that was good.
Oh, thank you.
Well, what's one that you really wanted to get down, but you couldn't find the note?
I had always wanted to be able to do Obama kind of precisely. And of course, I know his cadence, but as far as the actual voice, I just never felt like I really got that down to a science.
Yeah, I've heard your Obama's
I just didn't have it.
Is there one you feel you can do better than anyone else?
Yeah. I mean, the ones that I know how to do, I think I'm the best at it because I don't try to do anything that I know I can't do. There are guys who do impressions and say, oh, I can do this person. And they probably, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most accurate, they're like in a 3 or a 4.
Right.
They don't even sound like the person. And I'm going, you're claiming that? Unless I really feel I really got it down pat, I don't claim it. Like I used to think my Denzel Washington was good. And, there are times when my voice is in certain, my voice fluctuates. Like there are times when I feel a certain way versus times I don't. And there are times when my voice is in the right kind of pocket where I feel like I do Denzel well. But after seeing this dude, C. King, who I know, it's just, he puts us all to bed, lights out.
On the Denzel?
Oh, God, he does Denzel like Caliendo does Madden.
See, I was going to say, I think when you get to that true master level, like that is when everyone who's doing the impressions are doing your impressions of that person. Like anyone who's doing a Shaq impression right now, they're not doing Shaq. They're doing Aries Spears doing Shaq.
100%.
The same way, like everyone trying to do Frank Caliendo's Madden, Bush. Like it's, you have to know.
It's Jay Moore's walking.
Yeah.
It's everybody's.
Like I gotta tell you, like I used to think Jay Moore was the king of walking.
Yeah.
Anybody else doing a walking is taken from Jay. But I gotta be honest, man. The dude that I've seen that does him better than Jay is Craig Gass.
Craig Gass?
Yeah.
He can outwalk in Jay.
Yeah.
He can outwalk in Jay. And if you think that's crazy, his Sam Kinison is insane. Like I've never seen anybody do Sam Kinison. When I tell you this dude has you couldn't tell the difference between him and if you heard real footage of Sam Kinison in an interview.
Wow.
Oh, I need to hear that.
Is he an improv guy? He's on that circuit?
I don't know, but I'm sure if you YouTube him, something will come up.
Right on. Yeah, you're a big movie guy. What's the best movie and what's the worst movie that you've seen lately?
Whew. Best movie I've seen lately. Jesus, that's tough. I can't recall really the best one, but the worst one was Once Upon a Time in America.
Once Upon a Time in America? Who was in that?
It's Quentin Tarantino's movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
Oh, no. That's
Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. You didn't like that either?
There we go. Dude, and what's crazy is
I agree with him. I said that
was going to say, we were like one of the only people who didn't like that movie, and we just couldn't find something to really like about it. Everyone just gushed over that thing. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
What's crazy is Quentin Tarantino said in an interview, he thinks that's his best movie out of all his movies.
Not a chance.
False. He can't believe
I was like,
that.
This dude is on cocaine, man.
That's not even top 9, and he's made 9 movies.
I've never walked out of a movie until I walked out of that one.
You walked, okay, so you saw it and walked out.
Wow. Oh, horrible.
It just didn't take you anywhere. You were
nowhere.
You're floating around in space and like, okay, there's some good actors and like
it looks great,
but they're not doing good acting. There was no story, no development. It was just weird.
When you have a cast with Brad Pitt, Leonardo, I think
Margot
Harvey
Robbie,
Keitel.
Harvey Keitel. Well, yeah, he was in it, I think.
Yeah, I'm just like, how do you put that ahead of Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction?
There's no way. He can't believe that.
Yeah, no, he said he felt it was his best movie ever.
Oh, come on.
It's definitely Reservoir Dogs or Pulp
Fiction. It's obvious.
I wanted to see if I could debate that for a minute.
He's
but it's
saying
not.
that
It's one of
just
those
to get
two.
the hype more up for that movie because he.
How do you put that movie above the Django?
Yeah, it's
Oh
not.
my God!
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not even
no.
Django was
No.
way
Get
better.
to the bottom of the line. Like, there's so many that go before that.
Most were better than
I
that.
know. I didn't finish the movie. I would have walked out too. I didn't see it in the theater, but I went in with good intentions.
you do the
and then I was
vampire
like,
movie?
I'm just not keeping my attention.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn, that might have been like at the same level
Ooh,
as that.
no, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That hit pretty hard at the time. and the Selma Hayek scene alone.
Yeah, that was
pretty good.
worth it.
It's pretty good. I like how he casted her for the foot that his character would be sucking on throughout that movie. That's fun.
He's a foot guy. He focused
Uma.
that on Uma and
Yeah. Uma toes.
a few times.
So Aries, what's the best movie you've seen lately? If that's the worst,
I'm trying to think of lately. I don't know what I've seen.
you guys were
lately.
good to air. You guys were you talked that up pretty good. Now
No, Air was. But again, I'm like a Michael Jordan groupie. If there was
we
an
are
ounce,
too.
If there was an ounce of homosexuality in me, it would be over.
I'm sure most would agree.
You had a good take on that too, how the whole thing would have been ruined if they would have shown the actor who played Michael Jordan. If they showed him from the front, the whole thing is ruined. You're thinking about the actor who's playing Michael Jordan and not the story.
Agree.
Yeah, I like I said, I just don't know how you capture 6'6", strikingly good-looking, super athletic, great bone structure, and not go, that ain't him.
Always. It didn't matter who you picked, and then if you did CGI
It's
to avoid it, then
distracting,
that
like,
would have
good
been
luck,
distracting.
yeah.
But they did it the
But
right way.
How they did it.
Well, sketch comedy isn't what it used to be, and this medium seems to be struggling a bit today. Is there still a future for sketch comedy, and do you see it making a comeback anytime soon?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've never watched it, but they got that sketch comedy show on HBO with predominantly an all-black female cast. I think there's always room for it. It's just how great you do it and how smart you are with it.
Which one are you talking about?
I think it's called the All-Black Lady Sketch Show.
Because I feel like I know what you're talking about, but is that what it's called? Or maybe I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I think.
We need that and so much more of that. I love that HBO at least has that. That's the only thing I've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah, there hasn't
lately.
been new sketch comedy in a long time.
No.
Well, I mean, I think that's partly due to the climate that we live in now, and
Yeah.
everybody's so sensitive and wanting to abide by everybody's feelings.
God,
It's a bummer.
You think
Why
that's
can't we
the
just
biggest
have-
part of it?
We need comedy. We need comedy to have like no barriers.
Yeah, you think that's the
Yeah,
biggest
no,
part
I
of
mean,
it?
that's-
People can't improv?
I don't know. I mean, but at the end of the day, that's what good comedy has always been. I mean, Dave Chappelle once said, a comic's job is to find out where the line is in comedy, and George Carlin said a comic's job is to find out where the line is and deliberately cross it.
Right.
Patrice O'Neill said that good comedy is the audience 50% laughing, the other 50% horrified.
Do you feel that way when you're doing a room?
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely. I'm old school, man. I mean, I was born in '75, came up throughout the '80s. So I came into that era where, the cocaine wasn't cut or stepped on. It's funny. Like I was in San Francisco about I think 2 weeks ago, and in the middle of my show, it's Saturday night, it's sold out. In comes a pack of young white boys, probably all like in their 19, early 20s, and they sat in a certain part of the room where the whole audience could see them, and I just couldn't help it but say it. And they all had that like early Justin Bieber haircut.
Oh, no.
Gosh.
Balls right in front of their eye. And I said, you guys look like a high school lacrosse team that's currently on trial for gang rape. And I said, it looks like one of you are saying to your friends, hey, Ethan, Gavin, don't worry. My dads are going to get us out of this.
I can imagine their faces when you said this.
Oh my God, the audience lost their collective shit so bad, and I just remember saying to myself at that exact moment, "This is what good comedy is."
Yeah.
You can leave and go to the bathroom and come back, and they're still laughing.
That's what comedy is about, though. That line, like you look back at some of those roasts and just like comedy back in the day. Come on.
Killed.
It's sad about the roast now. They won't even do the roast because they're afraid of losing advertisers.
Like, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's a sad day.
And the roasts were probably some of the funniest things we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Ever. Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing gets me like those roasts.
I do like that they're going straight to like the pay-per-view style websites for roasts, like OnlyFans and shit like that.
But you shouldn't have to pay for that. When comedian Samore did the Flavor Flav roast, and she said to Flavor Flav, "You look like how Magic Johnson should look." Like, come on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got to pay to say that now. Not just pay to hear it. You got to pay to say it.
I heard a comedian once say, "There's nothing scarier in life than a mosquito leaving Magic Johnson's house."
Oh. Oh my
See, shit like that is funny, man. You should be able to-
Oh,
To be able to say that, that's hilarious.
I'm crying right now.
But you still do that shit on stage though, right? Like that's the kind of stuff that you'll do.
Yeah, I
good.
said, man, my comedic cocaine, it ain't mixed with baking soda. It ain't stepped on. It's 100% Bolivian pure.
It's
Good.
uncut.
Yes.
It's uncut.
Keep that.
That is the way it should
We
be.
need that.
Keep going, man. Tell us about the app that you kind of have in development. I know it's geared towards movie trivia.
Yeah, it's just basically an app that tests your knowledge of how fast you can name movies by certain actors within a certain time frame.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
This is so up our alley.
That's right up our alley.
We need those.
We're big on movie
Because
trivia.
it's like it's a game. It's like this game. This comedian and I used to play, who used to open up for me. This comedian out of Boston, and he would say to me, "Hey, I'm going to give you 25 seconds. Name 22 movies by this actor in 25 seconds." And the thing about it is, if I were to ask you to do that without a timer, you would do that easily. But when you have to race against the clock, your brain freezes.
It freezes. Yes, you can't think about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, what do you like to do when you're in Phoenix? Any places you like to melt around here?
Phoenix is not one of those places like New York where you can kind of walk around. So you have to have a car. But the good thing is, my opener now is actually from Tucson. So when his sons still live in Phoenix. So whenever we go to Phoenix, he has access to a car. But I mean, whether it's Scottsdale, anywhere in Phoenix, I love Phoenix itself. I got some of the best pussy I've ever had out of Phoenix.
Phoenix is going to be happy to hear that. That's good.
Yeah.
Delivered.
Who's opening for you now?
His name is Andy Steinberg.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're your
Andy.
podcast mate.
Yeah.
I was wondering because he always has the Suns gear on. I knew that he had to have been from Phoenix or nearby, so he's from Tucson.
Yeah.
Knew better than to stay there.
Tucson's great.
Tucson's great.
They got the best restaurants.
From Phoenix,
they're all
Tucson is
family
great.
owned. Tucson's the shit.
All right, so yeah, you're right. It is harder to wear. Like you have to know where you're going. There are places to walk around, but I mean, nothing like New York or city life. Man, I hope you come with some bits on Kyler Murray and just tear him up. If you could roast him out of Phoenix for us, you'd be doing the city a service. Cardinals aren't even worth discussing, but the Suns, what do you think? Can we get it done with KD?
I think the weakest link is Chris Paul.
Really?
I think it's time for him to hang it up.
Yep.
I think he slows the team down. KD is great. Of course, Devin Booker's phenomenal. I
Right.
wish they would do more with, what's my man's name, the center.
Ayton.
Aiden. I wish he was a little bit more assertive. But I don't know. It feels like they still need another piece.
They need a few more pieces. I mean, we missed some of that depth and defense that we sent to Brooklyn. DeAndre Ayton is most likely going to be traded for some of those types of players to the Pacers, if I had to be guessed.
I don't know that I would trade him, but if there's a way Phoenix could magically get Dame Lillard, then that might be a game changer.
He needs to leave Portland this time. It's not going to happen there. But if he could replace Chris Paul here, yeah, you're right. There's something to that.
Yeah, and then Ayton would stay. Yeah, Dame and Book. That's the 1-2 we need.
That's a good NBA Jam duo right there. I mean, well, Kevin Durant and Booker. Yeah, that's a pretty good NBA Jam
bench
duo for sure. Well, I know you're a New York guy, Aries. Do you follow the New York teams, or are you mostly about the players?
No, I don't follow any of the New York teams. Like I said, Jordan was always my guy. So, even though I'm from New York, I'm not even a baseball fan. So
yeah, I mean,
I wear the New York hat. So people, every time I see fellow New Yorkers and they see me with the hat on and they got the hat on, they want to strike a conversation. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's just the hat. Okay.
Yeah. So I just, if it ain't Michael Jordan, I don't really do it.
Well, what about football?
Yeah, not a football guy.
Not even a football guy.
Most I do with football is play John Madden on my PS5. I'll do that all day. Watching the game, I could care less.
Are you ranked? Do you play online?
No, I'm not that good. I have a job.
You're in the Call of Duty too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Love that game.
Same.
Man.
Addicted.
Can't wait. I think I'm like everybody else. I'm waiting for them to drop the Grand Theft Auto 6, which I hear is going to be a
God,
deal.
just twiddling my thumbs over here.
We keep talking about that. It's
been
been
waiting
like
for 10 years.
At least 10 years.
It's been 20 since it came out, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be worth it because if everything they say is true, it's like they got maps from Los Santos, Las Vegas, New York.
Ooh, so they're doing all of it?
So you're able to play in like 4 different cities.
Ooh, that's cool. All right, so there's an upgrade. It'll be worth the wait.
Yeah, you can get wanted in Vegas and leave, go to Miami for a while.
Yeah.
Hide out and play it cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we like to play a game on every episode and include our guests as well. You're big into movies and trivia like we are. And if you'll indulge us, we're going to give you some trivia based on some names you should be familiar with. Is that cool?
Right.
All right, you get multiple choice in a few of these. Which Arnold Schwarzenegger movie earned him the biggest paycheck? Batman and Robin, True Lies, or Twins?
True Lies.
It was Twins. I would have said
No,
True Lies
I
too.
was
You
just
right
thinking
into that trap.
Twins.
You can use Blair for a lifeline,
Absolutely.
but proceed with caution on that.
Danny DeVito, Arnold.
Well, Arnold negotiated for back-end points, ended up getting 45% of the movie after it was released. They made it for $18 million, and it made $216 million at the theaters alone. That netted him between $35 and $40 million.
Damn, that's
Damn, and I just saw that great Netflix documentary on him.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yes.
Is that good? I saw that terrible show that was on Netflix with him. Fubar is not the documentary.
Yeah.
But that's good, the one that just came out?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's good.
And is it just like a deep dive into his whole career?
Yeah, there's 3 parts. The first part is it from his bodybuilding phase. Second part is his big movie star phase, and the third part is his politician phase.
No, it's a cool breakdown of Arnold and seeing all of it. Like,
Did they recognize you for being the best Arnold impressionist at some point in the
were
documentary?
you awarded as a part of the show?
No, but what I did know is that he was actually a millionaire and rich before he became a movie star.
Really?
That was a real estate. When he got to L.A., he bought apartment buildings, 20 offices. So he was already a self-made millionaire.
Wow.
You got to give it to him.
He said that he bought his like commercial real estate and like rental properties before he bought his own home.
Yeah.
Man. And so that was what he did with his bodybuilding money? Was by
Yeah.
real estate? Okay, so he didn't like come from money, but like the first money he made, he invested wisely.
Yes.
Smart. Fun
Good for
fact.
him.
Okay. Dennis Rodman has 34 credits as an actor. Name 2 terrible movies he's been in.
Oh God, what's that one movie with
What's that one movie?
Jean-Claude.
Cole and Dane Cook with all the basketball?
Double team.
Double team.
Double Team is one. We're going to need one more.
Another movie he was in?
How many credits?
I mean, he's 34 credits as an actor.
34?
I just want the
Nah,
two.
that's right.
It's right.
No.
Fact check.
He was in Double Team. The other one that you should be remembering is Simon Says. That was so bad. I mean, that was
Who was in that with him?
Oh,
I'm on
shit.
it.
Who cares?
Blair, who's on that? While she's looking that up, he was in the Comebacks, Fight, Blunt movie. He was also in Baps. But yeah, Double Team and Simon Says was really the ones that that's what we should have gotten there. That's a tough one. All right, you got
Blake Lively.
Blake Lutton. No,
Simon Says. Crispin Glover. Yeah.
Crispin Glover?
with
Simon
Dennis
Says.
the Dennis Rodman Simon Says.
Is there another kind?
No, this is wrong. Simon Says.
The other
I'm
one.
gonna say Blake Lively.
I can't even find that one yet. It's like, hold on.
All right, Aries. Which of the following TV shows has Shaq not made an appearance? The Tracy Morgan Show, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Martin, or Billions?
Billions.
Good guess. That is correct. That is the only one he was not in. It was Billions. Oh, man. Okay.
He's on
All
it.
right. I got to get him now.
Yeah, they don't let millionaires on billionaire.
It's got to be close, though.
Al Pacino plays a character named Big Boy Caprice in the big screen adaptation of this classic comic strip.
Oh, Dick Tracy.
Oh,
He's on
got
fire.
it.
All right.
Too easy.
He's heating up.
Something to
Okay.
eat.
I
Something
saw,
to
that,
run.
I saw that when I was a kid.
I
Yeah.
love that when I was a
Yeah.
kid. That was a great. That had such a good cast in that movie. That Dustin Hoffman and Madonna, Warren Beatty, Al Pacino. That had a great cast.
Yeah, I watched that later as an adult and like, whoa.
It's weird to watch.
Yes, let me just
you
tell
haven't
you,
seen it in
different
15 years.
experience.
That and Milo and Otis. Both those movies will blow your mind as an adult.
Who was the only SNL cast member to host while being an active cast member? Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, or Chris Farley?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is correct.
I
That's
thought it was
exactly
Chris
right.
Rock. It's
Nah, it's-
Murphy.
No, you know how I know that? Because when Eddie Murphy made 48 Hours, he was still on SNL, and Nick Nolte was supposed to host, but got sick. And instead of saying live from New York, it's Saturday night, he said live from New York, it's the Eddie Murphy Show.
I forgot that part,
hilarious.
but wow, in extra credit for showing your work. That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. Nick Nolte was supposed to host, got sick, dropped out. Eddie replaced him last minute. Damn,
Right.
man, okay. There has only been one sequel made for a Denzel Washington movie. Which was it?
Oh, come on, that's easy.
Oh,
Equalizer.
Oh,
Equalizer's
two.
correct.
I did know
All
that.
right, all right.
that
all
was
right.
easy, actually.
Which movie did Denzel win his only Oscar for Best Actor?
I know this.
His only Oscar?
He only has one Oscar.
Training Day.
Damn.
God.
You're supposed to say The Hurricane.
Yeah.
Did
I
he-
thought-
No,
I
it
was
was
gonna
Training
go
Day.
I'm gonna go remember the title.
He was supposed to say
it was-
Malcolm
it was-
X or The Hurricane.
No, it was Training Day because a lot of people felt like he should have won it for other movies.
He really should have won it for other movies, like several other movies he should have won for. Man, you only missed like one of these.
I'm telling you, man, I know my shit.
He knows his movie
Shit.
trivia.
You only missed the Arnold
You're a real pro.
with the twins. But you made up for it with the fun fact on the real estate. Man, good shit.
That does get like bonus chubs.
All right. One more here. Get you with this one. This actor is one of only 5 performers to have both a Billboard #1 single and an Oscar for acting.
Oh,
Will
wait, what are the
Smith,
choices?
Lady Gaga, or Jamie Foxx?
Got it. I got it locked in, Aries, if you need it.
Did we nominated or he won one?
He won.
It has to be Will Smith.
No,
Who do you think?
it's
Blair?
Jamie
It's
Foxx,
Jamie
100%.
It is Jamie Foxx, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ray? Are you kidding?
Yes, I think
Come
that is.
on.
Yeah, it was Ray, and then he
Had to been.
It was like the same time. He was doing the same voice as Ray in that
No.
one song with
Kanye.
yeah.
Will Smith did it all. He was one to do TV, music, movies, all the things.
Right,
But
no.
Jamie Foxx won.
With Gold Digger.
Won.
Let me ask you this. So Blake, who's one of your favorite actors?
One of my favorite actors. Oh, you'd have to break that down by like genre or category?
Decade, maybe.
You're familiar with Robert De Niro's work, right?
Of course.
All of it.
Okay, so I'm going to time you, and I'm going to tell you, and nobody can help you. You got to give me 15 Robert De Niro's in 30 seconds. You ready?
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Heat, Meet the Parents, Taxi Driver.
I like how that's where you start.
No,
I'm sorry, keep going.
You distracted
got 20
me.
seconds
Shit,
left.
you threw me off.
Background.
I'm not looking at you. Go.
Damn.
You know so many more than this. Keep going.
Who am I thinking of?
See, it's because he's timed.
Yep.
And seconds.
Robert
Go.
De Niro. What
Oh my
What
God.
I just Dirty Grandpa. I'm trying to think of like what I've seen him in recently.
Weirdest movies that you're naming. Of
Time. Time. That's my act.
Man.
You got 4.
If we asked him this later,
got 4.
he could name all of them.
That's the app. It's like if you don't get time, you could reel them off one at a time.
Aries,
But
I've
when you're
never seen
facing
him
the
do
clock,
that.
your brain locks up.
I've never seen him do
You
that.
locked
So
up.
stumped.
You froze him.
You seized this engine.
What names did I didn't even give him his
You
like the
came up
good
with 4.
and they were the worst movies
and
ever.
they're the worst of
Meet
his.
the Parents,
Heat.
Heat and Taxi Driver. Those were
No, that
those
makes
were,
sense.
Those were good.
Good.
But Dirty
You could have
Grandpa.
said
Meet the Parents?
Godfather, Cape Fear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where's the rest of them?
Godfather.
We're disappointed, Blake.
I'm embarrassed.
So Blair, I'm going to do the same thing with you.
Yeah,
No.
thank you, Aries.
Give me
Get her.
13 Sylvester Stallones in 25 seconds. Go.
Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4. Holy shit. Okay. Expendables. Fucking. Here we go. Shit. What else? Why am I? There's so many Rockies. That's all I can think of. There's more Expendables in there. There's at least a 2, maybe a 3. I don't know if there's a 3rd.
Yeah, that's it. Time.
Oh my God.
No,
How about Rambo?
Demolition Man.
Demolition
Right, the
Man.
cliffhanger.
I'm actually upset about Demolition Man. I should have known that. That was like one of my favorites, actually. Why did I love that movie growing up?
Man, all right.
Aries, what? No, the
Yeah, that
timing,
hurts.
like, it's like upsetting.
All right, Tyler, are you going to choose your own actor or are you going to make Aries do it
No,
for
Aries
you?
needs to choose.
Yeah, he chose
Tyler,
mine.
just tell me who your favorite actor is.
Oh, jeez.
You love like Tin Cup. Maybe go like a Costner.
Costner?
Yeah, go Kevin Costner. There you go.
I'll even try to make it easy for you. Give me 11 Kevin Costners in 30 seconds. Go.
Go.
Okay, we got Tin Cup, Dances with Wolves.
Here comes the face.
Bull Durham, Field of Dreams. We got Waterworld. We got
10 seconds.
Go. You're doing so much better than we did. Go.
5 seconds.
lots of TV. He was on Yellowstone.
You're
He's
terrible.
in.
That's it.
Oh my God.
We're calling
good.
that
Well
a
done.
soft 6.
No.
A real soft 6. on
We're like
Costner.
movie buffs too. I am like so disappointed with our performance.
That was
Let me
fun.
tell you something. Most people lose this game.
No.
But I'm embarrassed.
We
though.
need to have
I'm
Aries
better
on for
than
some
that.
of our games, like some What's the Score, where we have game that
That fucked me up.
we ask you, we play like a score, a
That-
score from a movie, and
She's
you tell
right.
us what movie it is.
It does
It's
remind us of a
game.
game we play. We play a little clip of a movie score, and you have to guess which movie it's from.
I feel like you'd be really good at this, but I feel like we kind of
The
need to play with
music from
you.
the movie? The score from Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
yes.
Yes. But like we ran out
It's
of
so
those
much harder than
years
that.
ago.
We've done this 8 times. We're like
Now we're on like
You would know it
72.
more than you think.
That's much harder because unless they're like iconic, like Beverly Hills Cop, dun 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 dun, dun.
Yes.
Unless it's iconic, most people wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
you know
it's
more
true.
than you think.
It needs to be like super iconic for it to be
Yes.
recognizable.
Star Wars, Jaws, Indiana Jones.
Right.
Yep. You
Right.
know all those.
I appreciate you doing that though. That was really fun. We had a game for you, and you turned it around. And he was like,
I'll show
Play
you
my
a
game.
game.
Yeah. Guess what?
he's like, "I beat you at your game. Now I'm gonna fuck you up at my game." That was good. Anything else fun and exciting you're working on before we let you go?
That's about it, brother. I'm always trying to pump my podcast, Spears and Steinberg. Like I said, I got this app I'm trying to piece together, and then on this road grinding.
Man, you guys are hilarious. Love the podcast. Can't wait to see the show. Aries will be here live at Tempe Improv Friday, June 23rd through Sunday, June 25th. Tickets are still available at tempeimprov.com, but they are going fast. Don't forget to check out Spears and Steinberg, available on YouTube or wherever you find your podcast. You can also follow Aries on Facebook at Aries Spears and keep well informed on what he's up to at ariesspears.com. We sincerely appreciate your time, Aries. Hope we get a chance to talk again soon.
You got it, brother. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Have a good
Aries.
night.
You're awesome. Thank you, sir.
Ladies love Cool J. He's so great.
Oh my God,
man.
how fun was he?
That's fun. He's funny.
Man, that game is a lot harder once you're timed. And to
Blair.
think of, like, oh,
Fuck.
oh my
Dave.
God. I got Sylvester Stallone.
Fudge. All right.
Sylvester Stallone,
No.
you tell me anything other than Rocky that pops in your head in that moment.
I'm not done with this. I want another round.
Well, you
What?
could have got it with Rambo, Rocky, and Expendables. That
I
would
thought
have hit your
Expendables
No.
covered like
Hold on.
three
That
of
would
those
have hit your
movies.
quota.
He gave me such an actor to work with. He was like, "You're familiar with Mr. Robert De Niro?" I'm like, "Of course I am. Who isn't?
Meet the Parents?
Stogies? Why not?
Okay.
Dirty Grandpa? Was that even a movie he was
I
in?
almost slapped you when he said
Yeah.
Is that the piece
Grandpa.
of shit with Zac Efron? I think I've seen it on Netflix
That's
recently,
it.
and
That's
I passed it, and that
Hold
was
on,
like,
I'm just gonna bring up like a quick IMDb just to
Oh,
show you some of
don't.
the terrible ones that you
Oh.
missed.
How about a quick, side of beef here?
side of beef.
Owen Wilson. Can you do it?
Owen Wilson,
Owen and Luke Wilson.
was he in Dirty Grandpa?
Let's do 10. 10 with the
together.
Wilsons.
10
Either
with the-
one.
Either one.
Hit it.
Idiocracy, Old School, Wedding Crashers, Drill Bit Taylor,
Oh, see,
He's hot as shit.
Hall Pass.
Marley and me.
Yeah, Blair.
This isn't a
Boost.
Sorry.
group effort.
I'm back. Paint.
What?
That new one where he plays Bob Ross, but he's not Bob Ross. How many is that? Blair.
You're on 8.
How many do we need?
All I know is
13
you're gonna
minimum.
You're gonna hate yourself when you hear some of these Robert De Niro.
I don't
movies.
want to go there.
Would you like to hear just a few Goodfellas, Blake?
Dirty Grandpa.
You
but-
mentioned Dirty Grandpa and Meet the Parents, but Goodfellas didn't make the list.
Passed on Goodfellas.
Let's also address Casino. You did say Raging
I'm like,
Bull,
that
right?
made me sick. I think I almost just threw something up.
Oh
No, I
the
didn't
Deer
fucking say Raging
Hunter?
Bull.
You didn't say Raging Bull, Blake.
Raging
the
Bull.
Deer Hunter Awakenings.
I'm sick.
Oh my God.
I'm not worthy. There's a reason why I host and don't play the games.
Analyze this.
First of all, I have a whole new respect
or
for you two.
analyze that.
Whole new respect for you two. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
These games are hard when
I
you're
work
put
with the
on
Crunchtastic
spot.
R&D department behind the scenes and just make sure that these games are fun. But
Yeah.
you guys are always playing the games.
It's hard.
You
You
know
have
what?
to compartmentalize.
It's hard.
Really have to do it. Like I look in like section 201, seat 14, row 6
Of your
for some
brain.
of these answers for
Yeah.
these
Digging in
answers.
boxes and
In
looking
your-
through shelves.
Yeah.
Cerebellum in there.
Shit, the DVD isn't in that case.
I have an
File that
arena.
back.
I have an arena full of information, and it's all in like loose papers on the ground.
It pops up when it wants to. You see it when you're supposed
Papers
to.
on the ground.
It's chaos in there.
All right, Blair. See, now you don't have to give 11 or 12 or 13. That's so hard. It's such an unattainable goal.
Give me 7.
What
Give
he was doing.
Give me 4.
Jennifer Aniston.
I thought about that.
8
if he was
movies.
gonna ask me, is she's in 8 movies?
Oh, she's Blair.
Has she
Leprechaun.
Been 8 movies with Adam Sandler. Leprechaun first.
Yeah.
Hold on. Leprechaun. Of everything she's been
You hate me so much for saying that. Sorry, Jennifer. You've done so many amazing
Let's
things.
go over the
We're the
Aniston
Millers.
filmography.
Stop.
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Okay, Mr. Meet the Fockers.
Start at the beginning.
Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't even use the sequels. I have 2 more.
Okay, no, I'm on to something here. We're the Millers. What's that Jay Moore one? A simple plan wish.
Simple wish.
Something simple something.
Simple wish.
Simple plan. A simple,
Simple Plan.
wish is Martin Short,
You're
and I
right.
also love that with Matilda. Don't even get me
Simple
started.
Plan is also the Blake Lively and a Kendrick one from a couple years ago.
So is a simple plan what I'm thinking of?
So 30 seconds have gone up.
See, this is why I'm so
You're
bad.
done.
I'm stuck on Leprechaun,
done.
and I just can't move past it.
All right.
That's it.
Cameron Diaz, 6 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mask. Ashton Kutcher. What's that one? Shit. The other woman. Something About Mary.
Nice.
Face. I'm just gonna see like haircuts and what she looks like. Oh my God.
That's 3.
Oh, this is so difficult.
That's 3.
Bad Teacher.
Oh, I love that one.
Bad Teacher 2.
What's the Ashton Kutcher one that I'm thinking? Oh, while in Vegas. What happens in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas?
God, I'm just lost in Vegas right now.
Tyler.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Don't you-
That's what you want? You've been sitting
That's
there.
not even fair.
He's been sitting there thinking about Jim
Yeah.
Carrey, serving himself up.
Whatever. I'm
No.
gonna get Sylvester Stallone.
Will
and you
Smith,
get Jim Carrey.
10 movies, go.
It's still easier.
Wild Wild West.
God.
Men in Black 1, 2, and 3.
That counts as
One.
3.
What?
Give it to him.
You're cheating.
Yeah, that counts as 3.
I'm going to give it to him.
Whatever.
He still won't get 10.
No, Pursuit of Happiness, Puffy Face with What's Your Tits?
Doesn't count.
No, doesn't count. Bad Boys 1 and 2 and 3. And
Sequels don't count.
yeah, they do.
Counting it.
What's that, 8? Yeah. That's all I got.
I Am Legend.
iRobot.
I, Robot, I Am
Hitch.
Legend, Hitch. The Hitch was what I was thinking of. Puffy Face with What's Her Tits is Hitch.
Why didn't I get that?
Yeah. I was still trying to figure out who Puffy Face was. And then I'm like,
Legend
oh,
of
it's
Bagger Vance.
Allergic Face.
Yeah, he has allergic face,
and
and he's
Eva Mendes.
with Eva Mendes is Who's Her Tits.
Who's Her Tits, yeah.
That's right. That
Yeah.
checks out. That's like almost 10.
Blair, Will Ferrell.
Rough-
8 movies.
Rough 10.
Step Brothers.
Got it.
Oh, I'm thinking of like
you're
all the
falling
old
apart.
school.
Okay.
I'm thinking of all these SNL sketches. All the worst things are coming to my mind with that like terrible.
That doesn't help.
It's not helping yourself at all.
Self-talk doesn't help, Blair.
No, it doesn't.
Answers. Hit me with answers. You got 2.
What 2 did you say?
Two?
You're on 2.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
That's it.
That's
Night,
all
Night
I'm
at
thinking.
Roxbury.
Neither.
Elf.
Oh my god, Elf. What?
Blair.
Come on.
No.
Taylor, Jim Carrey, 10 movies, go. No sequels.
No sequels?
No
Jim Carrey, no sequels.
Love that.
Son of a bitch. In order. Once Bitten.
Once Bitten, Ace Ventura.
Once Bitten. Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber. You got yourself Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
Very good.
Mind. Eternal Sunshine. He started to get weird with it. Then he went into the
Truman Show.
Me, Myself, and Irene. Number 23. Cable Guy.
Oh.
I missed. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
You're not missing any?
Plus sequels.
Bruce Almighty.
Sequel.
That's not a sequel.
And
Evan
sequel.
Almighty.
Evan
is a
Almighty's the
I
sequel.
said, and a sequel. That's all I got, bro.
It's hard.
It's a hard game.
Give me one. I need some redemption here.
Burt Reynolds.
Get out
Oh
of
my
here.
God. John C. Reilly.
Smoke on this band.
No, let's go Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
So easy. 8 movies, Matt Damon. Go.
Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey,
8
Matt Damon.
Yes.
Matt Damon.
8 movies, Matt Damon.
No
go.
sequels. Here we go.
Elysium, Martian, Interstellar, Stuck to Me, Boston with the
The Thing.
Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
Um,
Go. Keep going.
Air.
Doing good.
Good.
Keep going, keep going, keep
Come
going.
on. Same thing.
Keep
Flavor
going,
it
keep going, keep
differently.
going.
Flavor it Ford. Give it a Ford flavor.
Angels. Yeah, Dogma.
Oh my God,
No,
he's about to
Shelby.
explode.
Carol Shelby.
Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah. That's 7.
Release.
Release.
Really?
I need a towel and a cigarette.
Born. Oh.
With an RNE.
Fun size.
Downer sizing.
Felt like Aries was lacking on the impressions tonight.
He was in 7-Eleven. You think he's gonna be like, hey, pulling out his fucking Tracy Morgan right now?
I'm in 7-Eleven.
I'm in 7-Eleven now.
I can't do my Shaq impression right now. I'm in 7-Eleven.
We'll insert some clips.
24/7.
I just had a bunch of
Shaq
scenarios locked and loaded, ready to go. Like I would have loved if he had Gilbert Gottfried's daughter hitting on Dennis Rodman with Shaq and Chuck, then analyzing it, breaking it down, the
this
play by
is
play.
just too much.
No, it's a part 1 and 2.
You can't put
okay.
him on the spot like that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
New dream card giveaway over at 8080. In addition to the 15% off you get for using code CRUNCHY, every dollar you spend gets you entered in for a chance to win a brand new Lamborghini plus $60,000 in cash. You do not want to miss out. Nor do you want to forget to check out SomethingCrunchy.com, where you'll find every episode, our links for social media, and the Almighty Crunch Store, where you'll find all kinds of crunchy gear, showing that you are a proud citizen of Crunch Nation. Join us every Friday night at 10 o'clock on 97.3 The Rattler, or find us wherever you get your podcast. This has been another episode of Something Crunchy, and as always,
Don't ever forget to live your crunchiest life.
And be crunchy to one another.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. All episodes can be found at somethingcrunchy.com and on all podcast platforms. Thank you for listening.
Hey, just so you guys know, I'm like literally 5 minutes from my house. I'm in 7-Eleven right now, but we can get started.
you want to call us back in 5 minutes?
Let's just rock and roll, see how it goes.
Okay. Fine, we can do those.
I love Phoenix itself. I got some of the best pussy I've ever had out of Phoenix.